Hey there, Pride fans. Welcome to another edition of the WB Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. Dan Savarino with Shannon Smith, head coach of the Hofstra Pride women's lacrosse team. Well, 2 games this week and 1-1 in those games. First, a 4-goal win at Fairfield, then a 4-goal loss up at Harvard. Coach, let's start with Fairfield. Very cold afternoon, obviously. A little bit of snow as well, but overall, what did you like from the performance from your squad?
I thought defensively we played a lot better than what we did against UNH. But we're still fouling way too much, allowing them too many 8-meter shots. Offensively, we were able to get the job done, but it wasn't a team effort. We didn't see the offense that we did against UNH. Draw controls we did really well on, and in our ride we did very well on, but there were still some areas that we needed to get better on. We got the win, and we were able to move forward, but there were still areas that we needed to improve upon.
Well, somebody in the midfield who's been able to do a little bit of everything, Becky Conto, gets another 2 goals. I know we spoke about her last week, being able to come back from injury last year. How do you feel she's adjusting to another couple of games here?
Yeah, I think she's still adjusting. She's getting a few minutes in each game, and we're building her up to, being able to eventually, hopefully, play a full game for us. But she's doing well. I'm very proud of her for being able to get back out on the field after the surgeries that she has had. But she's doing a very successful job, and she's a big lift for us.
You mentioned on the defense, obviously. April Whitehead is always a name we talk about, but somebody like Shelby Milne has been another little anchor for that defense, and at least the closer area around the net. How do you think she's adjusting to this role now, being that person on the D?
She's adjusting really well. I think Shelby has always spoke when she needed to, and even as a sophomore last year, she would always, say her piece when she thought something needed to be corrected or said, but I think she's adjusting well into it. I think we need more consistent play from her, but she's doing well for us on the D side of the ball.
When you look at the offense, obviously, it's always Britton Altamari, who I feel like obviously comes up on the stat sheet every single time. Now, 40 straight games, she ends up having at least 1 point. She has another 4 or whatever against Fairfield, and then comes back against Harvard. She has another 2 assists. What has it been with her that I think just offensively has always been that person that you can turn to at any moment?
Yeah, Britton has done a very successful job for us the past 2 seasons. She's off to a great start in her senior campaign. I didn't think that she played that well against Harvard, though, and that's something that she's going to be ready for against Maryland. But it's great to see. We're starting to build that team offense and having a lot of different goal scorers and other people stepping up, which is huge for us because we can't have all the pressure on her. We don't want all the pressure on her. We want to have 7 kids out there that can score the goal, can score the goals for us, and you can rely on anyone in building that offense. But she's such a huge threat for us on the offensive side of the field that people are always going to be looking for her, and we choose that to our advantage so that when the early slide we're able to hit the backdoor cuts with other people. But she's doing a great job for us on the draw controls as well. She has a will to win, and she's going to find a way to do it. But I think she needs improvements in her game as well right now. But it's still early in the season. We're in February. I want them playing their best lacrosse in the month of April, not right now in February, because if they were, it would be very hard to maintain that throughout the whole season.
We mentioned a little bit about Saturday's game, and another cold game this time up in Cambridge against Harvard. You end up coming with a loss, but one bright spot, I guess you can say, was one of those other players stepping up in Tiana Perella, 4 goals and an assist. I know somebody you've had on your radar for a long time, trying to bring over here. You've known her for a while. How do you feel she's adjusting to now another year here in a Hofstra uniform?
She's adjusting well. I think that she had a breakout game for us against Harvard, and hopefully she can maintain this level of consistency and this level of confidence for us going forward, because we need games like that from Tiana, and it can't be a touch and go. She can't show up one game and decide to not show up for another game. She needs to bring it every day. Overall, it was we shot ourselves in the foot on the offensive side of the field. We had 20 shots, 6 of them went in, and we missed 14 of them, and out of those 14, 7 of them went high into the goalie stick, and you can't win a lacrosse game where you're going to shoot the ball into the goalie stick. And I think another issue for us is you can't win a lacrosse game when you clear the ball 13 for 23 and you have 20 turnovers. So, there's things that we need to adjust, things we need to get better on, and we'll fix that so we're ready to go on Saturday.
These are things usually that are uncharacteristic of your team, especially in the clearing game, which is always very strong. What is the problem right now? Do you think it's more just maybe the cold, or do you think it's just one of those things you have to everybody on the same page here?
It has nothing to do with the weather. It has everything to do with them. Right now we're just moving slow. We're not moving fast. We're not playing fast. We're not clearing the ball fast enough. And by us moving slow, we're creating turnovers on, our third of the field or our half of the field, which is giving the other team more offensive possessions than that we can have, and then we're forced into forcing things on the offensive side of the field. So thank God we have 5 days of preparation for Saturday to get better, because there's some things that we really need to get better on, and some things individually that each kid needs to put work in to improve upon as well.
Well, tough test this Saturday against Maryland. The Terrapins, you've seen them the last couple of years, reigning national champions, #1 in the poll, only lost 1 starter from last year. Plethora of All-Americans on this team. Taylor Cummings, a Tewaaraton winner just last year as a sophomore. Obviously, they're very good. We know they're good, but what is it going to be for this team as a good test for you guys early on in the season?
It's a huge test for us, and that's the reason why we're playing Maryland. They're the best team out there in the country, and you want to be the best, and you want to play the best, and you got to prepare for that. And Maryland's very well coached. They have amazing players on that field. Taylor Cummings had a great year last year, and there's a lot of seniors, a lot of depth for them on the offensive side of the field, and they brought in a great freshman recruiting class. So it's going to be a huge test for us, and we're really excited for the matchup.
And finally, Coach, what is going to be the keys to this weekend?
We can't turn over the ball, and we have to, when we shoot, it has to be a goal.
1 o'clock at the Dutch Dome, James M. Stewart Stadium against the Maryland Terrapins. She's Shannon Smith. I'm Dan Savarino. We'll catch you next week, Pride fans.